Alright, now I'm almost certain that this is clickbait. I'm getting clickbaited, so I'll probably end up clickbaiting y'all. Alright, I don't normally even do videos like this. I think I've only done one this year when we were looking at NBA players that cheated because they clickbaited LeBron, and LeBron didn't even cheat in that video. I got clickbaited in that video. I think that's the only one I did this year. I think it's by the same dude, actually. Yeah, it's by the same dude, this dude, NBA Zone. Shout out NBA Zone. Anyways, so I was just looking on YouTube, and then I see this video, and it's literally Kyle Lowry, and you guys know I absolutely love Kyle Lowry, and I'm like, Kyle Lowry's a criminal? What the hell did Kyle Lowry do? Kyle Lowry probably didn't. Boy, Kyle Lowry probably got some little weak ass DUI. We ain't finna act like he. Come on, man. None of these can really be that bad. Now that I'm thinking about it, because they're all still in the NBA, right? Like, what could they? What could possibly be on this list? And they like, oh yeah, they murked somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Anthony Hernandez. Anyways, we're gonna get this video started. How are y'all doing? We feeling good? Go check out that new video I dropped on my new channel. I got a really dope video coming in like a day or two. Can't wait for that. That's what I was recording yesterday. Put a lot of effort in that. Anyways, we're gonna get this video started. We'll see NBA players that are criminals or what did Kyle Lowry do, man?
Even though they're living lives to dream for, some NBA players have shown that they aren't as grateful as they should be for their position in life, and they've committed some dumb crimes during their time in the NBA. Welcome to NBA Zone. In today's video, we're going to highlight the cases that may be lesser known and go over 10 NBA players that you didn't know were criminals.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
Damn. Greg fucking up.
At number 10, we have Greg Oden. Greg Oden is known for being one of the biggest busts in NBA history.
That's a fact.
That status tends to cover up some of the other important things, such as Oden's criminal history. The mammoth 7-foot, 275-pound Oden unfortunately turned to alcohol to cope with his physical, mental, professional problems that he was facing. Battling alcoholism back in 2014, Oden repeatedly struck his ex-girlfriend in the face at his mother's house in Lawrence, Indiana on August 7, 2014.
Hey, that's a big hand.
Oden was charged with 2 felony battery counts and 2 misdemeanor battery counts.
Oh, Lord.
More than a year following the brutal attack, Oden pleaded guilty to battery with moderate bodily injury, and prosecutors dropped the additional 3 charges.
Oh my Lord.
Luckily for Oden, this instance isn't commonly brought to light. At number 9, we have Lance Stephenson.
I didn't even know he did that.
Lance Stephenson is the NBA's
right,
favorite clown. His antics on the court tend to be the topic of conversation.
What the hell?
Not this time though, as his criminal past will show the darker side of the flamboyant.
He's gonna show us Kyle Lowry last.
Indiana Pacers shooting guard Lance Stephenson allegedly threw his pregnant girlfriend down a flight of stairs in a New York City apartment complex on August 16, 2010. Then Lance reportedly walked down the stairwell toward his girlfriend and slammed her head against the bottom step. Stephenson was arrested and charged with assault, menacing, and harassment charges. Stephenson, who was also charged with sexually assaulting a 17-year-old girl while attending Brooklyn's Abraham Lincoln High School in 2008, was arrested for third-degree assault. A prosecution's case versus Stephenson collapsed and it was eventually dismissed altogether. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to do some crazy shit like this, I feel like you have to have some problems mentally. I can't think of an argument that I could possibly have that would result in me pushing my pregnant girlfriend down a flight of stairs
and then
proceeding to bash her head off the steps. Maybe Lance's encore antics are more of a product of him being crazy rather than him just being clownish.
Deputies taking the Kingsguard into custody at his Granite Bay home after receiving a call from a woman reporting she was being assaulted inside the residence at 1 o'clock in the morning on Memorial Day. Deputies arrested Collison when they found the woman had visible injuries. CBS 13 has learned the alleged victim is Collison's wife.
At number 8, we have Darren Collison.
Tough.
Darren Collison is one of the more
I was just about to say, you know,
you don't ever hear much about him, and he doesn't light up the stat sheet. His criminal past
but then she had visible injuries, so I'm gonna shut up.
Well. As Collison assaulted his wife in May 2016,
this is a lot crazier than I thought it was going to be. But I literally thought this was going to be a whole lot of DUIs.
Causing injury and
we ain't even seen one DUI on here yet.
Speaking on the situation, Collison would say, quote, "Words cannot describe the feelings and regret I have been experiencing the last few months. This is far from who I am as a person and not something I am proud of. I have apologized to my beautiful wife that I have known and loved since high school." End quote. Collison pleaded guilty to misdemeanor domestic battery a few months later and was sentenced to 20 days in jail and 20 hours of community service. Collison was also forced to attend a domestic abuse program as part of his 3-year informal probation period.
20 days in jail is not a lot, but
well from his incident, as he's been part of a Pacers team that's been to the playoffs 2 years in a row now. At number 7, we have Jason Richardson. J. Rich spent the majority of his NBA years posterizing defenders, throwing down highlight reel dunks, and making a name for himself as one of the greatest
Have
dunkers
you seen
of all
one person
time.
that wasn't
This
dark-skinned
reputation
yet,
would
by
be
the way?
slightly tarnished after his career, though, as Richardson would not only be arrested once, not twice, but 3 times. The first arrest would come in April of 2003 when Richardson was arrested after a fight with his ex-girlfriend. The fight allegedly began after she found Richardson looking through letters and pictures of the victim and her current boyfriend. She accused him of pushing her down and kicking her in the side, all in the presence of their 3-year-old daughter. Then in December of 2008, Richardson would be arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. Then his final arrest would come shortly after, in February of 2009. Richardson was pulled over after being spotted going an astounding 90 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. After being stopped, officers saw his 3-year-old son with him in the back seat without a car seat. In addition to being charged with reckless driving, he was arrested for child endangerment.
You know, you had a pretty odd summer. Are you, been getting it in your mind that you want to get those things moved out and just focus on basketball?
Oh, definitely, man. Like I said, man, definitely just focus on basketball and put that behind me and, not speak a lot about it. But, I felt that, I was wrongfully arrested and things that was put out there wasn't true. But, I don't want to be
distracted. Yeah, Zach is. I've heard some things about Zach. Zach, get out.
At number 6, we have Zach Randolph.
I think
Zach Randolph is known as one of the toughest players in the NBA.
Yeah.
A true blue-collar style player who won't back down from anyone down low. This hard kind of thuggish demeanor isn't just a persona for Z-Bo either, as he's been arrested 4 times over his NBA career. The first arrest came back when Z-Bo was with the Trailblazers when he was caught drinking underage in Indiana. The second arrest came in 2003 after Z-Bo was driving under the influence of marijuana. The third arrest came after Z-Bo's Clippers lost the game to the Lakers, and he went out drinking and was charged with another DUI. Z-Bo's most recent arrest came in 2017 while at the Kings. While on routine patrol in Los Angeles, police encountered a group drinking alcohol, smoking marijuana, and playing loud music while blocking a street. The officers then tried to disperse the crowd, and the disturbance escalated. Officers called for backup when the crowd grew and people began throwing bottles. Several police cars ended up with smashed windows and slashed tires. Multiple arrests were made, including Randolph, who was found with marijuana.
I was going to say, didn't they find a lot of marijuana on him?
And his first in over 8 years. At number 5, we have Richard Jefferson.
I think they found a lot of marijuana.
Now this one was a huge shocker to me, as if
you
know anything about Richard Jefferson,
light, but I could have sworn they found
a
lot
on him. Apparently this hasn't always been the case though, because of May of 2008, RJ's anger would get the best of him. Jefferson was arrested for an incident that occurred over 3 months earlier in Minneapolis, where he allegedly choked a man unconscious.
Jeez.
Jefferson was inside a private area for the victim's birthday, and when asked to leave, he choked him out with both hands, saying, quote, "Do you know who I am?" Like I said, this completely goes against the image that Jefferson portrays today.
Yeah, you're not even finna make the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yet matured at this point. At number 4, we have Bernard King. Bernard King is not only an NBA legend, but he's also a legend of the law. He holds the record for being the youngest player to be arrested 4 times. By the age of 23 years and 1 month, Bernard King would rack up 4 arrests during his NBA career. The first came when Bernard King would celebrate his NBA draft selection by breaking into the University of Tennessee Athletics building and stealing a TV. The second arrest came when Bernard King was charged with marijuana possession, prowling, and resisting arrest.
Wait. They said he stole a TV the day he got... Wait.
The first came when Bernard King would celebrate his NBA draft selection by breaking into the University of Tennessee Athletics building and stealing a TV. The second arrest came when Bernard King was charged with marijuana possession, prowling, and resisting arrest. The third arrest would come when Bernard King was found slumped over at the wheel of his Corvette. He would be charged with driving under the influence, driving without a license, and possession of cocaine. Then in his final arrest while in the NBA, Bernard King would be charged with forcible sexual assault. At the age of 23, King had already been arrested 3 previous times since being drafted by the Nets in 1977. King rang in the new year and a new decade by allegedly forcing a Salt Lake woman to perform repeated sexual acts on him. As great as Bernard King was on the court, he certainly had many issues off the court. At number 3, we have Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, it seems like
Kyle Lowry is considered one of the best of the best as far as point guards go in today's NBA. He's been part of Raptors teams in recent years that have been amongst the top teams in the league. Lowry seems to carry himself with a pretty level-headed attitude. He doesn't seem to get too high or too low, although his past and short criminal history says otherwise.
All right, what did Kyle do?
Back in September of 2011, when Lowry was with the Houston Rockets, he was arrested on charges of battery. This is because during a pickup basketball game, Lowry became upset with a female referee and hit her in the torso with the basketball. After challenging her to a fight, he then hit her with the ball once more. He was charged with battery about 3 months later. Lowry must have been really harassing this referee to be able to take it as far as to get charged with battery. At number 2, we have
threw a
Jason
basketball
Kidd.
at her
Jason Kidd would
twice
build a
and they
career
charged him
on
with
being one of the
battery.
greatest distributors of all time
What?
at the point guard position. His delicious
And plot twist, I actually agree with Kyle Lowry that he shouldn't have got arrested and he didn't really do anything about that bitch. Didn't see that coming.
dimes have stood the test of time and
Fuck.
still marvel NBA fans to this day.
He didn't even hit him.
Unfortunately
He threw
for
a
Kidd, there are a
basketball
few
at him.
blemishes on his legacy as a person. He would be arrested 3 times during
Yeah,
his
that's
NBA
nothing.
career. In 1995,
That's
Kidd would be
nothing.
charged with assault during his time with the Dallas
I
Mavericks.
highly doubt
His second
Lowry
career arrest
threw a
would come in
basketball at her for
2001
no reason.
while with the Phoenix
She
Suns.
probably
He would be
deserved-
charged with
I
domestic
don't know.
abuse after reportedly punching his wife in the mouth during a heated argument. Then Kidd's final arrest would come in 2012, when just 3 days after Kidd's introductory press conference welcoming him to the Knicks, he continued to celebrate by driving drunk in Long Island and crashing into a telephone pole. This was Kidd's 3rd career arrest, spanning in 3 decades. Luckily for J. Kidd, these issues don't overshadow what he did as a basketball player. And finally, at our number
Yeah, they
1
don't.
spot, we
They
have
don't.
Carmelo Anthony.
You're right. Luckily
Melo
for
is
him.
one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game of basketball. Even though this was the case, Carmelo Anthony's career was one filled with ridicule and criticism. Fans thought that Melo favored money over winning during his NBA career, and that he was more concerned about his individual matters rather than the team's. One thing you don't
What's
hear all
wrong
that
with
much
that?
about, though, is Carmelo Anthony's criminal past. In October of
He only
2004,
got a DUI,
while boarding
right?
the team plane, agents discovered a small quantity of marijuana in Anthony's backpack.
Okay, a little bit
He was
loud.
cited and released. He blamed it on a friend who borrowed his backpack the previous week, and the charges were
I even know you.
Then 4 years later, in
Let's go,
2008,
tell me
all
out.
lost. Anthony was pulled over by police after being seen weaving through traffic. He was arrested for DUI after failing a series of
See,
sobriety
I
tests.
thought that. I
He was
think
then later
that is
sentenced
from
to
the
probation
DUI.
and
Is that from the?
community service.
Yeah, that's from the
This was
DUI.
Anthony's second arrest and his first in nearly 4 years. So that's going to do it for today's video. Did you guys
A
know
DUI
about
and
the
a
criminal
DUI
past?
and a
If
little
so,
bit
let
of
us know
loud?
in the
Yeah, that's
comment
light.
section
That's
below.
super
Also,
light.
if you enjoyed this
Super
video,
duper
then drop a
light.
like.
That's what I thought most of these were gonna be. Just DUIs, a little bit, had a little bit of loud. Bro had some cocaine. Bernard King's a little wild. No, these were wild. There was some that were wild out here. There was some that were wild. Darren Collison, that's the okay. And then they almost he did that, and then they almost signed him to the Lakers. Niggas was begging for Darren Collison. Anyways, that's gonna do it, man. I'll leave a link to NBA Zone's channel in the description, man. Go check them out. Tell them Oprah sent you. Let me know what other videos you guys might want to see on Instagram. Go check out that video at the end of this one on my other channel. And until next time, it's been your boy, and I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. Everybody stay happy, stay positive, stay motivated, stay healthy. Keep grinding, keep pushing, man. Don't give up. Lock in. Let's go. It's go time. All right, I'm out of here, man. Peace. You can jerk or get drowned on it. Anything. Celebrity butts, buttocks of all time. No, we're not. We're simply doing this to gather information, to compare and contrast. We're not. This is going to be very. This is not going to be inappropriate at all. We're just here to look at some butts and decide which ones maybe look the best, ladies and gentlemen.